Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Grand Rapids Community College 93rd Commencement Exercises. Entering the field house at this time are the president of Grand Rapids Community College, the Faculty Association presidents, the Grand Rapids Community College Board of Trustees, the provost, the dean of the School of Arts and Sciences, the Dean of the School of Workforce Development, the Emeritus Faculty recipients, the Mayor of Grand Rapids, the Distinguished Alumni recipients, and the Student Congress President. And now, please welcome the Grand Rapids Community College graduating class of 2010. Now, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the faculty of Grand Rapids Community College, led by their respective associate deans. Entering on the left, the School of Arts and Sciences and the following departments: Education, Social Sciences, Psychology, Visual Arts, English, Language and Thought, Performing Arts, Biological Sciences, Mathematics, Physical Sciences, Wellness, and the college administrators. Entering on the right, the School of Workforce Development and the School of Student Affairs and the following departments: Applied Technology, Business, Computer Applications, Drafting and Design, Manufacturing, Criminal Justice, Sekia Institute for Culinary Education, Dental, Nursing, Occupational Therapy Assisting, Radiologic Technology, Counseling and Career Center, Career Development Services, Disability and Occupational Support Services, Student Support Services, Library, Tutor Coordinators for Health, Business, Biology, Math, and Science.
Welcome. Please be seated. You know, I knew this was a hot class, but I had no idea. This is incredible in here tonight. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the 93rd commencement ceremonies of Grand Rapids Community College. Let's give a warm appreciation to our student wind ensemble led by Michael Gillian, Director of Instrument Music. Thank you for sharing your talent. Graduates, this is your night. You have worked hard while at our college. Tonight we gather to recognize you and all the potential you bring to our society. We are privileged to be here with you this evening. Your class is quite diverse. You represent a wide age span, which proves lifelong learning is alive and well. You're 18 and you're 61. You're 59% female. You are 75% white and 25% non-white. You're receiving degrees from 101 different majors. You come from 71 different communities in 4 countries. Your average grade point average is 3.11. You are, in fact, a terrific class. Now, will everyone please stand and join our graduates in singing the national anthem, and please stay standing for the singing of the GRCC alma mater. The national anthem will be led by Professor Kevin Dobrev, Program Director and Head of our Music and Performing Arts Department. The alma mater will be sung by Antonina Shahovskaya, a sophomore and vocal performance major.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleam, whose bright stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streamed, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled
may be seated. Now, if you'd please join me in a moment of silence so that each of us can express our appreciation in our own way for the bright future these graduates will help to create. Thank you. It is my pleasure this evening to introduce to you our platform guests. Please hold your applause until each group is introduced. First, I would like to present to you our Board of Trustees. These are your elected officials who govern our college. Ms. Margot Anderson, Chairperson of the Board and a retired administrator from the Grand Rapids Public Schools. Dr. Michael Stearns, Vice Chair of the Board and retired Superintendent of Northview Public Schools and currently a professor in the Educational Leadership Program at GVSU. Mrs. Jan Magini, Secretary of the Board and a retired administrator from the Wyoming Public Schools. Ms. Ellen James, Treasurer of the Board and retired from the City of Grand Rapids Equal Opportunity Department. Mr. Richard Verberg, Trustee and retired from General Motors. Ms. Terry Hanlon, Trustee, retired administrator from the Forest Hills Public Schools and currently owner of TA Hanlon Education and Career Consulting. And Dr. Richard Reiskamp, Trustee, attending physician at St. Mary's Healthcare. Please join me with some warm applause for our honored trustees. Thank you. And now I'd like to present you the other guests we have on stage, and if they would rise as I call their names and hold your applause until we have introduced everyone. Dr. Hilda Healy, Provost and Executive Vice President for Academic and Student Affairs. Ms. Fiona Hurt, Dean of School of Workforce Development. Dr. Richard Olson, Dean of the School of Arts and Sciences. Mr. David Custer, recipient of the 2010 Distinguished Alumni Award. Dr. Cornelius Ehrengard, recipient of the 2010 Emeritus Faculty Award and retired GRCC Administrator. Mr. Jeremy Christensen, Student Congress President. The Honorable George Hartwell, Mayor of Grand Rapids, who will deliver our keynote address. Mr. Fred Van Hartesveld, Professor of the English Department and President of the Faculty Association. Please join me in giving them a warm welcome. We have some other very important guests with us tonight. They're not guests, actually, they're family. I would like all of you to recognize our esteemed faculty and dedicated administrators. Without them, this would not be happening. Please stand so we can recognize you. Faculty and administrators. Thank you. I would also like to recognize all the parents, family, and friends of our graduates. Thank you for all the support you gave these wonderful and excellent students. Students, please give them a hand. Now it is my pleasure to introduce the Vice Chairperson of the Board of Trustees, Dr. Michael Stearns, who will introduce our recipient of the 2010 Emeritus Faculty Award.
Good evening, students, soon-to-be alums. You are beautiful in our eyes tonight. And it is only appropriate that as we stand tonight to recognize excellence, that we turn to our past and recognize excellence throughout the years that this college has existed. And so, in 1985, an award was established to honor those instructors and administrators whose dedication and creativity have left an indelible mark on the lives of students and colleagues at GRCC. During their tenure at GRCC and since their retirement, they have continued to promote GRCC's commitment to excellence. We'd like to have you see this video before introducing our Emeritus Faculty Award recipient.
Dr. Corky Arengard, he was with the college. I think he began his career at GRJC in 1975 when Dick Hawkins was appointed president.
He was young, he was dynamic. He had a great reputation for working closely with students and with faculty. Corky played several roles. It was really critical. He was helpful to me personally on the legislative side because we had to get state funding, and it's quite a complicated process. But he also helped work with faculty, other administrators, in developing programs.
Well, Cork, there's probably a lot of folks in the audience today who don't, first of all, know you and certainly don't know the legacy that you left here at the college. There are a lot of things that happened at this institution that wouldn't have happened. Things like the culinary arts program, the culinary program that you helped start, worked hard to make certain that it was successful.
Because of that, we began hiring and found a man named Bob Garlow. Now I think there's probably 14 or 15 chefs and hundreds, if not thousands, of students who've gone through the program. But that's true in so many different ones. Photography wasn't even here. So there's a lot of little things that had to occur throughout the entire college, but also the community, to make sure they were ready to accept the new programs.
Corky was part of the planning and the execution of the split of GRJC from GRCC in 1991 to create Grand Rapids Community College as we know it today.
That's the thing we have to stress about him. He was a wonderful listener, still is. He could do a really good job of evaluating what he heard, taking the message that he learned from people within the college and bringing it not only to me, but to the other executive members of the staff.
And his nickname was Teddy Bear because he kind of had that feeling and sense about him of a warm, gentle person, which he was, and he could always bring groups and people together to get things done.
He's a loving person. He's full of verve, and all you have to do is look at him. He's still just like he was, and an extremely happy person.
If Dr. Arengard would join us here at the podium. Let me just share with you that Cornelius Corky Arengard's passion and dedication to GRCC has left an impression with everyone he connected with here at GRCC. For almost 2 decades, he has brought his own sense of humor, care, and passion to his work and shared it with his colleagues, students, and our community. There isn't any person or department that Dr. Arengard hasn't held a keen interest in. His ability to keep a personal balance between hectic times and exciting times have allowed him to keep an even keel and help others work to the best of their ability. Dr. Arengard is known for his listening skills and his ability to grasp complex issues. Yet what stands out above all of that is his honesty and his ability to work with anyone he comes in contact with, responding in a personal, professional manner that people remember. On behalf of President Ender, the Board of Trustees, and the entire GRCC community, we are proud to honor Dr. Cornelius Corky Arengard tonight for the excellence, friendship, and leadership he has given to GRCC. Dr. Arengard.
Mr. President, board members, faculty, staff, honored guests, and students to be graduated tonight. I say all these things because I want to take a moment to collect my thoughts of what I'm going to say. I'm really quite pleased, happy, my family's happy that I've received this award, and I've got to say thank you to everybody that's been involved. It's been 17 years since I spent any time on campus. Over that 17 years, there's been tremendous changes in the world, and there's been tremendous changes here on this campus. And over the last couple days, have had a chance to walk, talk to, and see a lot of people that I haven't seen in a long time, and seen some of the tremendous things that have been happening and are yet to happen here on this campus. And I've got to tell you, I'm very proud of the faculty, the staff, the administration and board for the kinds of things that they're undertaking here. One other thing to you graduates, I've got to say, there's a lot of life ahead of you. There's a lot of activities you're going to be involved in. There'll be stresses, there'll be trials, there'll be tribulations, and there'll be tremendous successes. You got to remember the words that Louis Armstrong said. It's a beautiful world, it's a wonderful world, and it sure is a wonderful world. And again, thank you.
My glasses are fogging up. At this time, I invite to the podium the chairperson of the Board of Trustees, Ms. Margot Anderson, to present the Distinguished Alumni Award.
Good evening. May I extend my personal congratulations to each of you and best wishes. What does it mean to be distinguished? The word itself is tied to excellence and dignity. David Custer, our 2010 Distinguished Alumnus, exemplifies the definition of distinguished and puts it into action for Grand Rapids Community College and our community. David left Steelcase in 1981 to purchase a Steelcase dealership that had ended in bankruptcy. His business leadership skills helped increase sales of that business from $3 million to $43 million, building a workforce of 100 and winning the Steelcase Exemplary Dealer Award. David has never wavered from his dedication to our community, turning his words of support into action for Angel Tree and Adopt a Highway. He also has served on the board of directors for Heart of West Michigan's United Way, the Helen DeVos Children's Hospitals, Operation Smile, and both Irwin Seating and the Earhart Construction Companies. Our Grand Rapids Community College Foundation Board has felt the direct impact of David's distinguished actions. He has given our Grand Rapids Community College Foundation Board 20 years of continuous service, and in 2008, he stepped into the presidency of that board, a position that, up until David, was filled only by presidents of Grand Rapids Community College. He co-chaired our successful and inaugural College Advancement Fund Drive, the Open Door Campaign. Let's peek into the door that opens in the world of David Custer.
I went to a city school. I went to Ottawa Hills and graduated there in 1965, and it was a difficult time financially for our family. My dad had a small neighborhood grocery store in Boston Square, and right as I was graduating from high school in the mid-60s, that was when supermarkets started, and Meyer Thrifty Acres opened on the corner of 28th and Kalamazoo, about 4 miles from my dad's store. I really didn't have a choice. Grand Rapids Community, which was Grand Rapids Junior College at that time, was really the only choice that I had. So went 2 years to junior college, played tennis there on the tennis team. We had a great tennis team, one of the best. Was in a fraternity, was president of our fraternity, and I had a heck of a good time. We raised a lot of hell there. It was just a great starting point. and then went to Western for the last 2 years and worked while I was going there too. But without the junior college, I probably would have had a very difficult time going to college. And I ended up being a psychology major. Psychology really intrigued me, and it still does today. I really enjoy looking and thinking why people act the way they do and what causes that. And so I ended up being in business. I mean, what else are you going to do with a psychology degree? You kind of have to go into sales. So I started with, interviewed with Steelcase and started with them, and stayed in the office furniture business for my whole career. The largest dealer in the country at that time was in Detroit, and they ended up going into bankruptcy and ran out of cash. And they had a branch here in Grand Rapids. So I went to Steelcase and expressed that interest that, hey, maybe I could buy that dealership. I needed their help to buy it, and it would get us back to Grand Rapids. I like the small business atmosphere where you know everybody, you know their families. You don't have the bureaucracy of a big business, big company. And I like being able to make snap decisions, make quick decisions, turn on a dime. It's really a family culture here. Again, one of the advantages of a smaller company.
And now I'd like to take a moment to introduce our foundation board chair, a proud supporter of JC and CC.
And a customer of Meijer.
And a customer of Meijer. So,
proud customer.
Proud customer.
A lot of people give back to their colleges. Unfortunately, most give back to their four-year college versus the community college. Well, that doesn't make sense to me. I mean, I give back to Western as well, but I had as much fun and got as good of a foundation at junior college as I did at Western Michigan. So I think it's important to give back. They gave me my start in my career.
Distinguished. The word itself is tied to excellence and dignity. Grand Rapids Community College traditionally holds a reception for our Distinguished Alumni Award recipient each year. This year, David Custer declined. David wanted to keep the dollars associated with this reception in the foundation to be used for continued success for Grand Rapids Community College students. That is excellence, and that is dignity. And that is why David Custer is our 2010 Distinguished Alumnus. Ladies and gentlemen, David Custer.
Thank you, Margot, for those kind words. First of all, I want to thank the college for this award. You humble me, even considering me, but I want you to know how proud I am to get it. But most of all, I want to congratulate the graduates. And we're going to get a little interactive here. I want you all to stand up. Come on, you can do it. All the graduates, stand up. Stretch a little, move your arms, stretch your shoulders. That's going to feel good before Mayor Hartwell's speech. He's promised me he'll keep it under an hour. Now I want you to do something else. Take your right hand and pat yourself on the back. Go ahead, do it. Pat yourself on the back. You deserve it. Today, you've just enhanced your value in life with this associate's degree or certificate. And if you go on to a bachelor's degree, you're going to enhance it even more. So I encourage you to think about that. Okay, you can be seated now if you're stretched enough. 43 years ago, I was sitting where you are. Well, not really where you are, because we didn't have a field house then. We used to play basketball in a gym across the street in that little red building that's now the music building, and that was the only gym that we had. And I think we had our graduation at Fountain Street Church. But I went to school here for 2 years, and then as the film said, I went to Western for 2 years and graduated with a bachelor's degree there. Without those 4 years and those 2 degrees, I wouldn't have been hired by Steelcase. They just don't hire people without college degrees. So it was the beginning here and then the finish at Western that got me started on my career. GRJC worked for me, and it'll work for you. So I congratulate you, wish you the best of luck, and hope for you, and want you to be all that you can be. Thanks.
Now serving in his second term, Mayor George Hartwell took office on January 1, 2004. During his tenure, city government has gone green, implementing a variety of environmental measures, including purchase of renewable resource energy, use of alternate fuels in city vehicles, continued attention to water quality in the Grand River, and widespread implementation of energy conservation measures. In January of 2007, the United Nations recognized Grand Rapids as a center of expertise in sustainability. The mayor has overseen a period of rapid economic development in Grand Rapids, even during an extended downturn in the Michigan economy. Mayor Hartwell also serves as president and CEO of the Pilgrim Manor Retirement Community. He is married to Susan Hartwell, who is the executive director of the Student Advancement Foundation. The Hartwells have 3 children and 6 grandchildren. It is my pleasure to introduce our commencement speaker, Mayor George Hartwell.
Thank you, Mr. President. Well, let me start off this evening by offering my congratulations to the graduating class of 2010. You have accomplished something remarkable. With hard work, persistence, and a lot of support from family and friends, you've done something that most people will never accomplish. You completed your degree studies. Today you get your diploma. All the sacrifice, all the anxiety, all the sleepless nights, all focused on this moment, commencement. It's a funny word, isn't it, commencement? It means a beginning. And yet this feels a whole lot like an ending, doesn't it? You're done with this phase of your life. You've taken what this amazing institution can offer you, and now you're ready to line up and get your diplomas stacked up over here. Community college is over. Yeah, you can cheer that. So what comes next? Well, for some of you, it's going to be a continuation of your education at another degree-granting institution. For some, it's going to be going on to full-time employment. And yet there are others of you here tonight, I know, who are uncertain about what comes next. With that uncertainty comes a strange mixture of anxiety and exhilaration. The future is veiled, and behind that veil lie opportunity and frustration, maybe in equal measures. It's all there to be explored. T.S. Eliot captured this moment so perfectly in his poem, Little Gidding. We shall not cease from exploration, and the end of all our exploring will be to arrive where we started and know the place for the first time. Now, your president gave me, not an hour, Dave, but 10 minutes tonight, and that's quite a challenge for a politician who's also a preacher. But it is also for me an amazing honor to be able to say something to you tonight that perhaps will be helpful. So, with T.S. Eliot's help, I want to first say tonight that life is not a straight line from birth to death. Life is a spiral that keeps reaching back to a place where we've been, but reaching back with all the wisdom and the knowledge, all the pain and all the growth and all the joy that we've experienced along the way. This isn't the end of your learning. This is commencement. Maybe you won't take any more formal education, although with Dave Custer, I would certainly encourage you to do that. Or maybe you'll do what I did and go back in 15 years to seek another degree. But whether that learning comes through formal education, through additional college courses and degrees, or whether you become your own professor, guiding your studies through independent reading and research, because life is a spiral, every time you circle around, you must bring something new along, something helpful, something that will make you a better person, your family a more prosperous unit, your community a better place for everyone. A spiral rises, and if you're learning and growing and changing, becoming wiser and smarter, seeing new opportunities because your mind has been opened, then you will rise and everything around you will rise. I want you to rise and to raise the community with you as you go. And because I'm the mayor, I'd like you to do all that rising and raising right here in Grand Rapids. But I know that wherever you go, that place will be a better place if you are continuously learning and growing and improving, rising and raising those around you. Now, there are, of course, risks in rising. As you rise, you see new vistas, you dream new dreams, and yet you're farther from the ground. There's a longer distance to fall. However, risk is necessary, a necessary condition to the improvement of humankind. No people ever progressed without taking risks. Indeed, history is a record of risk taken or risk deferred. Risk is the one hope that you have and the world has of escaping from the suffocating monotony of the status quo, escaping the errors of the past. So learn and risk and grow and hope. I take my understanding of hope and my inspiration for leading from Václav Havel, the first president of Czechoslovakia after the fall of communism. Havel was a playwright and a philosopher, the least likely one to be chosen for political leadership. But he led students to the streets during the dark days of communism, during the Velvet Revolution, and his courage in doing that earned him a seat at the negotiating table across from the communist leadership, the table where that regime collapsed. The impossible happened without any bloodshed. And the people turned to Havel and they asked him to serve as their first president of the new democratic Czechoslovakia. Reflecting on his experience in an interview, Havel said this about hope. The kind of hope I think about, I understand as a state of mind, not a state of the world. Either we have hope within us or we don't. It is a dimension of the soul. Hope, said Havel, in a deep and powerful sense, is not the same as joy that things are going well, or willingness to invest in enterprises that are obviously headed for early success. Hope is not the conviction, said Havel, that something will turn out well, but the certainty that something makes sense no matter how it turns out. It is to this amazing hope that I call you at commencement. Your professors have given you knowledge. They've inspired you. They've modeled the citizen scholar and They've challenged you to follow in that model. But these good people cannot ultimately give you hope. Havel said it's a dimension of the soul. Hope wells up from deep inside you. It's born of the belief that you have a place in this emerging world, that you have within you the ability to shape the future, and that in fact, without you, the world will never know its fullness. That's not arrogance. That's not self-deification. That's hope. Beyond knowledge, beyond assuredness, beyond optimism lies hope. Today, I call you to hope. Hope born of all that you've learned in this place and in your life. Today, I call you to hope. Hope in a world that my generation has seen and believed in, but has not been able to deliver. Today, I call you to hope. Hope in yourselves and in your inherent ability to change the world. This is your commencement, your beginning. Today and in all the days to come, be filled with hope. Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor Hartwell. Well, students, we're getting to the cool part of the ceremony. Grand Rapids Community College's history of excellence goes back 96 years to when it was founded in 1914, the first community college in the state of Michigan. Students, when you accept your diploma tonight, you will take your place among nearly 500,000 previous graduates of this great college. All of us at GRCC send our best wishes for a wonderful future to each of you. You are now part of our college's heritage and our commitment to excellence. We will be proud to call you alumni. And now it's time for all of you students to make that great walk across the stage as we confer your respective degrees on each of you this evening. I will be assisted by Chairperson Anderson and all the other members of our Board of Trustees. Presenting the candidates for confirmation are Provost Hilda Haley, Dean Richard Olson, and Dean Fiona Hurt. May I call to your attention that several of our graduates are wearing gold ribbons with gold medallions. These are our Delta Phi Alpha students who have achieved a 3.8 grade point average or higher and are graduating this evening in the top 5% of their class. The students with the Gold Stowe are members of the Phi Theta Kappa International Honor Society and have earned a grade point average of 3.5 or better. The students with blue and gold honor cords are members of our honors program and have completed all the requirements to graduate with this distinction. And now I will call upon our provost, Dr. Hilda Haley, who will begin the introductions.
Dr. Rick Olson, Dean of the School of Arts and Sciences, and Fiona Hurt, Dean of the School of Workforce Development, will present the candidates this evening. Will the candidates who will be presented with the degrees this evening please come forward?
The following candidates will be graduating with an Associate in Arts degree. Ali A. Abbas. Elias Abe. Melody Marie Alexander. Wafa Amish. Antonino Amato. Andre Anderson. Ebony M. Anthony. Leah Austin. Devon Balas. Robert J. Barker. Hector Jesus Belmont. Mikunun Barake. Tamara Bethke. Alexander J. Billings. Kari Bills. Wesley Washington. Nancy K. Boardman. Pamela Bolins. Molly Bowner. Marie Catherine Boheis. Renee Kathleen Brady. Jessica Austin. Rakeda Lachey Ellis. Eric Garrard Bullen Jr. Karen Carrillo. Kelly Carlson II. Elizabeth Aaron Carson. Dawn Nicole Cavazos. Ezekiel Chaffel. Travia Collier. Samuel Robert Collins. Satir David Davithi. Xavier Jawan Davis. Jamie Lynn Deegum. Cindy De La Cruz. Taman Denboda. Nicole DeVisser. Kimberly Ray DeVries. Myra Grazella Diaz. Stacy Ann Doctor. Gibson Sonny Doe. Hope Marie Dombrowski. Mary Therese Downer. Lizette Chavez. Jeremy Christensen. Athena Eastman. Rosa Estrada. Nathan Earl Faber. Alicia Jane Falcon. Donna M. Farmer. Ryan Charles Ford. Andrew Michael Gabry. Bruce M. Gilliard. Alejandro Gerardo. Paola R. Gonzalez. Lisa Marie Geiher. Hilda Altagracia Gutierrez Duran. Jennifer Louise Goodsky. Arthur Ubodi Guan, Jr. Darian Darnell Hardiman, Sr. Lindsay Ray Harlakovich. Don Ray Hachu. Raphael G. Heinzelman. Michelle Helmer. Nestine Carmen Hernandez. Nina Simone Victoria Hill. Anthony Hollis. Michael Douglas Hoople. Caitlin Horling. Megan Lacey Hornyak. Joseph Howard III. Luan Nguyen. Yvette Darcel Ingram. Cherokee Jordan. Sophia KB Keifel. Annie Kim. Kimberly Kennedy Kingma. Alyssa Marie Classy. Sarah Ray Laycock. Rebecca Denise Linda Mulder. Edward Lofton. Tanya Lofton. Kayla Martha Marie Lord. Cecilia Ann Masca. Jane Ellen Marsman. Yvette Medina. Hannah Faye Marek. Colleen Marie Miller. Jennifer Kowalski. Mary Beth Lopez Rojas. Sarah Larez. Rama Mohammed. Zainab Muhammad. Corey Richard Molino. Shannon Allen Moore. Liliana Mavaro. Joanna Miriam Noble. Jennifer Norton. Mary A. O'Brien. Brian Ofrey. Laura Rose Otato. Joseph Parent. James Parker. Lisa Ann Parsons. James Norton Patterson. Anna Karina Perez Pimentel. Breton Philip Patricus. Michelle Lynn Pittman. Sandra K. Polar. Gustavo J. Portela. Ina Marie Price. Isaiah Thomas Proctor. Olivia Puente. Mallory Patterson. Caitlin Paulisi. Gihan Ragabi. Sarah Jean Rogers. Melissa Rosado. Kristen Rosema. Lawrence Sanders. Jesse Scott. Yasmin Salimovich. Jacqueline Niara Selman. Michelle Saraday. Faye Eileen Shanley. Julia Elise Shippe. Leroy Showman. Casey Ellen Slektowski. Stephanie Sloop. Autumn Joy Smith. Carl J. Smith. Nathaniel Smith. Luis A. Soto. Amber M. Spears. Aaron James Spruitt. Charmaine Sutton. Elizabeth Swindle. Darnella Tate. Elizabeth Ashley Taylor. Shalamary Teasdale. Barbara K. Thomas. Kathleen Antonia Thomas. Danielle M. Thurber. Brashira C. Turner. Chad Vanderban. Kylie Villela. Kevin John Vokes. Sangaloon A. Von Pajan. Ivy Walker. Brenda Lee Warner. Tiara Nicole Webster. Joshua Michael Westgate. Thomas Edward White. Tracy Yvette Whiting. Heather Waringa. Vivian Rojas. Nicholas Paul Weicker. This concludes the presentation of candidates graduated with an Associate in Arts degree.
The following candidates will be graduated with the Associate in Applied Arts and Science degree. Alicia Augustus. Ashley Marie Boxmeyer. Ruby Ann Breidinger. Carla M. Fauble. Kristen Rose Fraz. Hello. Nancy Ann Grizak. Tian Miranda Hodis. Mahira Podzik. Claire Swinehart. Lee Rose Waterman. Ali Marie Waters. Rhonda Lee Barenwald. Katie J. Bursley. Thank you. Morgan Haley Oman. Stacy Postmus. Shauna Pressler. Iana Ustidnetkov. Cassie M. Webb. Deborah Gruba. Norma Alicia Herrera. Anise Hunter. Molly Cowell. Cassandra Joy Lindsay. Kelsey Nicole McLaughlin. Nicole Marin. Brittany Nicole Mowry. Ann Peterson. Barbara L. Rankin. Katie Lynn Joy Rosema. Courtney L. Vanderwerp. Lacey Joe Weber. Sue Bartels. Jason Robert Calhoun. Megan Elizabeth Carey. Jason Klingen. Emily DeGroot. Charles Flott. Jim Arnold. Dennis Raymond Goebel. Omar Gonzalez. Stephanie M. Haggerty. Caitlin A. Croft. Vanessa Nicole Lettinger. Kristen Maywalt. Marlene Miller Vanderveen. Krista Rochelle Robach. Michelle L. Rodriguez. Corey Nicole Schuck. Lindsay Beth Stainerd. Rebecca Stevens. Josh Widener. Darcy A. Wild. Lindsay Ann Wright. Lindsay Zamudka. Elizabeth Elaine Armach. Katina Star Lynn Aker. Mohammed El Ubdallah. Melinda S. Balberti. Jokara Barnes. Erica Eileen Bayshaw. Rhonda Begay. Travis Joel Benson. Mark Young Boss. Robert A. Brady. Natasha Rose Buck. Mario E. Butler. Brianne Califf. Tia M. Cleveland. Tiffany May Coleman. Aaron Cooper. Alicia Ann Cox. Ryan Curtis. Alicia Danielson. Juan De Jesus. Juan Carlos de la Cruz. Amanda Lee Delgado. Hugh Edward Durham III. Chad Elam. David Quit Fisher. Quatisa Foster. Andromedane Gong. Breeze Marie Hager. David Heggie. Stephen Lee Hall. Sarah Hastings. Jesse Hayes. Thomas J. Hornack. Veronica B. Horniak. Jennifer Rebecca Hoy. Asadras Ezekiah Jackson. Sabrina James. Thomas P. Jaros. Kevin Kaminsky. Jason McLaren. John T. Perry. Kayla Marie Plutkowski. Laura Lynn Porritt. Stephen P. Quinn. Raynette Ralph. Christine Marie Rittersdorf. Sarah Savage. Christine Elizabeth Shantana. Jacob L. Schrott. Christine A. Seeley. Craig Sharp. Michael J. Shaw. Stephanie Ann Siraki. Ronald Stucha. Douglas Sundaleus. Justin Swanson, excuse me. Petros Tekeski. Ross Alberg. Mark E. Volk. Craig Vanderhyde. Caitlin Noel Vanderkolk. Bryce Wayne Vanderwood. Leona Jane Voorhees. Calvin Eric Wilbon. Monique Olivia LaShaw Williams. Trisha Wright. Risa Yost. Charles R. Zalzman, Jr. Hold on just a minute. This concludes the presentation of candidates graduated with an Associate in Applied Arts and Science degree. The following candidates will be graduated with an Associate in Business degree. Jane Aldridge. Jason Allen. Joyce Austin. Ariana Audich. Stephanie Baldwin. Beth Olivia Brewer. Wendy Claypool. Rebecca Craig. Lisa Dean. Michelle K. Ellenboss. Kyle James Floden. Sarah A. Grobrogi. Phyllis Ann Hubsher. Renita B. Jefferson. Teresa Ladner. Elizabeth Michelli. Catherine Marks. Shayna Marie Medendorp. Kareem H. Scales. Leisha Selzer. Justin Schaffer. Chrisandra Soto. Emily Grace Stevens. Randall Swearinga. Karen Lynn Tenbrook. Kelly Marie Thompson. Karen Times. Jada E. Voss. Crystal L. White. Valerie K. Winter. This concludes the presentation of candidates graduated with an associate in business degree. The following candidates will be graduated with an associate in fine arts degree. Elizabeth Ann Adams. Michelle Marie McCune. Philip Van Idel Godin. This concludes the presentation of candidates graduated with an Associate of Fine Arts degree. The following candidates will be graduated with an Associate in General Studies degree. Matavik Bierman. Christopher L. Merrill. This concludes the presentation of candidates graduated with an Associate in General Studies degree. The following candidates will be graduated with an Associate in Music degree. Nicholas Brosh. Jamie Lightfoot. This concludes the presentation of candidates graduated with an Associate in Music degree. The following candidates will be graduated with an Associate in Nursing degree. Dawn Marie Alderding. Heather Anderson. Amy Kramer. Shannon Fenstermaker. Benjamin Ray Fleet. Georgiana L. Haight. Irvin W. Harper. Diana Cheryl Helder. Corona Houston. Renee Lynn Ivers. Holly L. Jones. Lisa Rochelle Kilgore. Laura Coster. Nahatu Lee. Tara Lauer. Jessica Mays. Cindy L. Medina. Jillian Mukula. Jennifer Mulder. Lisa Nagel. Anne-Marie Nedvetsky. Jennifer Jean Noonan. Suzanne Marie Olet. Desiree Pavlak. Myra Abet Perez. Donica Petrovich. Bridget Schaefer. Jennifer Wien Tron. This concludes the presentation of candidates graduated with an Associate in Nursing degree. The following candidates will be graduated with an Associate in Science degree. Edith Duran. Richard Felix. Catherine Marie Klein. Ryan Maddox. Cynthia Pacheco. Carissa Ann White. This concludes the presentation of candidates graduated with an Associate of Science degree. The following candidates will receive a program completion certificate. Jose Luis Giron. Timothy Miles. Zadahi Tahadade. Nathan Edward Omar Hell. Nicole Lynn Weemhoff. Trudelski White. Kendra Jean Stainerd. Maria A. Flores. Gloria Thomas. Stacy Bissard. Eduardo Calderon. Christina Gaitecatalan. I don't think. Michelle L. Hurd. Jamie M. Heberly. Rose Jamutai Chemarang. Michelle C. LaFrance. Sheila McGrill. Rebecca Lynn Nyoff. Rachel Rhoda. Jennifer Jane Rotman. William G. Russell. Jamie Lynn Walker. And Rose Williamson.
Will all the candidates please rise? President Ender, upon the recommendation of the faculty of Grand Rapids Community College, I am honored and privileged to present the candidates for Associate in Arts, Associate in Applied Arts and Science, Associate in Business, Associate in Fine Arts, Associate in General Studies, Associate in Music, Associate in Nursing, Associate in Science, and certificate programs.
You're not done yet. By the virtue of the authority vested in me as president of Grand Rapids Community College, the Board of Trustees, and the laws of the state of Michigan, I now confer upon each of you the certificate, degree, and title as they apply to you individually and cite you as being worthy of all rights, privileges, and responsibilities that come with this accomplishment. You may now shift your tassel from right to left. I proudly present to you the 2010 graduating class of Grand Rapids Community College. Congratulations. Please be seated. After our musical performance, will the audience please remain seated while the platform guests, faculty, and graduates leave the auditorium. You will meet the graduates immediately outside of the field house on Lion Street. And now for our closing performance, it is my distinct pleasure to once again introduce Antonina Shahavskaya, who will sing I Hope You Dance by Leanne Womack.
Sense of wonder. You get the fill to eat, but always keep that hunger. Promise me that you'll give faith a fighting chance. I hope you still feel small when you stand beside the ocean. Whenever one door closes, I hope one more opens. Promise me that you'll give faith a fighting chance. And when you get the choice to sit it out or dance, I hope you dance. I hope you in the distance. Never settle for the path of least resistance. Living might mean taking chances, but they're worth taking. Loving might be a mistake, but it's worth making. Don't let some hell-bent heart leave you bitter. When you come close to selling out, reconsider. Give the heavens above more than just a passing glance. And when you get the choice to sit it out or dance, I hope you dance. I hope you dance. I hope you dance. I hope you dance. I hope you still feel small when you stand beside the ocean. Whenever one door closes, I hope one more opens. Promise me that you'll give faith a fighting chance. And when you get the choice to sit it out or dance, I hope you dance. I hope you dance. I hope you dance. I hope you dance. I hope you
I now declare that the 93rd commencement ceremonies of Grand Rapids Community College are concluded. Have fun, be safe. Good night, everyone.